Hello there, and welcome to the Almost Homestead. Today, I decided to do some experiments in the garden. I had to grab some basic supplies, some seeds. We've got cayenne peppers, we've got yellow pear tomatoes, and we have some seeds that I saved from last year's multicolored tomatoes. So today's question is, can you grow peppers and tomatoes better from a package with a moistened paper towel, or is it better to sow them the traditional way in our little seed pods? So for this experiment, we have the following materials in case you feel like replicating it. First of all, you're going to need a Ziploc bag and a paper towel, some water. I'm using rainwater that has been collected. I don't ever recommend using city water if you can avoid it, because city water is gross. Okay, so I have peppers. We have long thin cayennes. I have two kinds of peppers. We've got yellow pear, and we have some I saved from last year, which are just a random multicolored tomato. I don't know what it is because I got it from a friend. And then of course we've got our seeds, our seed starting pods, or whatever you call them. So I have two different ones. This one and this one are both filled the same way. They've got potting soil up to almost the top. Then I put seed starting mix in there. Now that's not like intentional, I just didn't have enough seed starting mix to actually use it for everything. So I had to go and buy potting mix. So I've got my labels for the trays. I've got my, I've got a little post-it for my labels on my Ziplocs. Somewhere I have the paper towels. They may have blown away though. So let me go check for them. I found the paper towel. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to try different methods to sprout these seeds. The first will go like this. We are just moistening the paper towel, and apparently getting it all over the table. But you want it to be moist, but not dripping. Moist enough that it will let the seeds sprout, not moist enough that it will make them mold. And then you're going to put it inside. Ooh, I've got dirt on me. I know, it's shocking, right? A gardener with dirt on them? Who would ever guess? So, I've got my paper towel in there. I'm going to get some of the seeds. And I'm going to basically kind of sprinkle the seeds on the paper towel. I think, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I've got 11 seeds that I can see. I'm going to seal that up, and it's going to go inside in a sunny location. So when the little roots start to come off of these peppers, then we'll plant them in the potting soil. But we're also going to try and plant some in our potting soil, just directly potting them. And my friend taught me a cool trick. Check this out. Got your pencil, right? You're just going to make a teeny tiny hole and put your little seed in it. And then we'll do the same over here. And let's see. Guess I need to do 3 rows of those because I have 3 types of seeds. Now I don't know if I have enough of the yellow pears to actually do them in the bags, but I know I have enough of the cayennes. So I'm attempting to put 1 in each little cell If I get 2, it's not that deep. Whatever. I think I got 2 in that one. Okay, and we're putting these back. Because, yeah, I want cayenne peppers, but I don't want like 1,000 plants. What if they all come up? Number 1 is done. And we're going to put in the labels. I always forget this step, but today I remembered. So we've got cayenne in those. We've got cayenne on this one. And after I've done all the rest, I'm gonna put another bit of soil on the top. So we're gonna do the same process for this one. It needs a little more water. Some of the water fell on it earlier. There we go. So like I said, you want it to be damp. You don't want to be able to wring any water out of it, or not much at least. I had to work really hard to get any out. So let's put this in here. Now you may be wondering why I'm planting them in 2 different sets of things. And the reason for that is that I'm going to put this one on my windowsill, and I'm going to put this one somewhere else with a grow light. And I want to see how the grow light versus natural light affects the plant growth. Anyway, so now let's see how many seeds we have of the yellow plums. So these I got from a local seed bank where we all exchange our seeds. It was neatly taped shut. Now I can't get it back open. So I don't know what's in here. Oh wow, there's more of those than I thought. So, I will probably do, let's see, I'll do the tomatoes, the yellow tomatoes this way, and then later tonight I'll probably do the multicolored tomatoes in a bag when I go back inside. So I just sprinkled those. I don't know if you can see it. I'll try to take a close-up later and insert it in the video. Now we're gonna put the tomatoes in. Tomato seeds in our little holes. These are tiny seeds, so they are probably all gonna get 2 just because I don't want to separate them. That seems like a lot of work, and I don't care like that. So toss those in here. There we go. Okay, so we've got our labels, which are gonna go on here. Yellow pear tomato. I chose these because my husband isn't supposed to, well actually, my husband's not really supposed to eat tomatoes at all because he's doing keto, and tomatoes do have a lot of sugar. But these are one that do not say that they are sweet. And also, from what I've heard, yellow tomatoes are less acidic. And I, a long time ago, had allergy testing to see what was going on with my stomach, because I was having horrible symptoms. So bad I missed about 3 weeks of work. And I'm a person that never misses work like that. And one of the things they found that I have a mild allergy to is tomatoes. And I notice when I eat anything that's really acidic, I kind of break out in my mouth. Well, yellow tomatoes are well known for being lower in acid. So I was like, woo, perfect. So, okay, last but not least, let's do our big multicolored tomato. I put beefsteak on the label because that's basically what I think they are. But, and we got to do our, really? The seed packet blew away. I don't know if you could see that or not. And let's see, number 3. Oh, I already did that. Okay, so this is my first time trying to save seeds from tomatoes since I was a kid. When I was a kid, we did this every year, actually. Though it's really weird. We always like saved the seeds, but then the next year we would go and my dad would buy the plants. So I'm not really sure what he was trying to accomplish. I don't remember us ever trying to actually plant the seeds. Beefsteak. Now we need to get our starting mix, so let me grab that. And I'm also going to grab another Ziploc. So I've got my other piece of paper towel. Okay, we're gonna spread out the water a little bit and also get out the excess. And I should have labeled these as I did them. Oh well, I know what's what for now, so I will do that immediately after putting the seeds in the bag. So yeah, like I said earlier, when these actually start to show a root, I will put that specific seed in the dirt to see how it does. So we'll eventually have another row of, another row of cayenne, another row of yellow pear tomatoes, another row of the multicolors. And we'll just see how they go. To be honest, I don't know that I've ever, well, okay, I think I did one time grow peppers starting them inside. I think I tried last year and overwatered or underwatered or didn't harden them. Sorry, I dropped a seed. Okay. And if you want, you can even push the seeds down into the paper towel a little just to keep them from, like when you pick them up, if you don't hold them at the right angle, they're less likely to fall over. So, okay, now we need our Post-its. Now look, you have to reinforce these Post-its. You can't just stick them on. They will immediately fall off. So we also have tape. So big multicolor. And today is 2/26. So I've got my little label, putting it on here. Sorry, you can't see because of the water, which is splashed on my hand. We got our Ziploc. So I think what I'm gonna do is put this on the bottom, because if I put it on the top, it'll block the sunlight. So we'll do that. Now, my friend told me about this method, and she said specifically to make sure the paper towel doesn't dry out. So have them in someplace warm, but make sure it's not so warm that they dry out. Which for me, the windowsill is probably the best place. It is right over the heating vent. They don't get that much sunlight to dry them out, but it's enough that they'll get the sun and they'll get the warmth. So I'm gonna try it. The warmest place would be on my stove. However, I have ADHD and bad things happen sometimes because I am not fully, I guess, connected to what my body's doing. And so then things are likely to catch on fire. So I don't want my seeds to catch on fire, and therefore they are not going to go on top of the oven. I was not so careful with the cord for my iPhone this week, and so I will be buying a new one because I did have it on top of the oven. I had it like charging as I was watching a live of Diva in the Dirt and South Florida Sunshine, and I was trying to do multiple things and thought I had the phone cord far away from the pot of water I was using to boil my mac and cheese. However, at some point I must have wiggled and it moved the cord because I smelled smoke. So maybe I should not try to put my seeds in that same place. just a guess. If this works well, I will have a whole lot of pepper seeds because we know they will grow at least somewhat from the pods. But if they grow better from this, then we'll have a lot. So now you've seen my system. We're going to toss some more of the seed starting mix on the top. We're going to push each of these down. Oh, I guess there's nothing in this one. Anyway, that's beside the point. So, and we're doing that because I learned yesterday from Hope Grown, which is a local microgreen farm in my area. I'll put a link to them in the comments. I learned that they say that it's really important that the seeds have some soil packed with them, and to be honest, I don't remember why. They gave me a reason. However, that was yesterday, and now it's today, so of course I don't remember. So we're just gonna put a little in, push it down. Ooh, that one didn't have very much. Put a little bit more here. Now, when the ones in the bag sprout, I will not be packing dirt on top of them. I will be laying them on the top of the dirt that is in these, and then I will just sprinkle some dirt on top and water, just a little teeny tiny bit, because you don't want too much. If you put too much, they'll struggle to break through the soil, and it'll take them too long. But if you put too little, I'm afraid they'll dry out. Now, the person that told me about this didn't put any on top of them, from what I remember of her message yesterday. But I don't trust my ability to keep plants watered at the right ratio well enough to do that. So anyway, here these are. My gardening hands here, talking with my gardening hands. I'm going to go ahead and put some of the, oh, this is gonna get messy. Let me move everything that can get wet and be hurt by it out of the way, because I think the water will get right on my belly because it's gonna go down. So we're just gonna get them a little bit of moisture on the ones we planted. This would probably be better if I had some kind of sprinkling can, but I don't know where I put the sprinkling can last year. That seems like a lot of work to find out. As the season progresses, I'll have updates as I watch how the seeds grow, when I plant the ones from the Ziplocs into these, and throughout the season to see what happens. So, are you trying anything new in your garden? If so, let me know in the comments. I really encourage you to experiment. Don't just trust what people say you should do in your garden, but actually try different things and see what works for your plants, in your soil, in your conditions. So, as always, if you like this video, don't forget to like my channel, hit the like button for the video, subscribe to the channel, and as always, eat something wild, perhaps peppers and tomatoes.